Hey guys, I'm Katie from It's a Creek Farm. Welcome back to the channel. We are a diversified farm in Zone 3B, northern Wisconsin, and we are getting ready for planting season. So we have this high tunnel for extending our season. Now, we usually plant around Memorial Day. So here in the high tunnel, we planted tomatoes the first weekend of May last year. We were able to put frost cloth on them, and that made all the difference. And so we are going to do that again this year. So I am down just making plans on where I'm doing things because I'm switching things up a lot this year. And I thought I would show you, and I thought I would kind of map it out for you as well. Our high tunnel, the north and south sides are 65 feet long, and the west and the east sides are 34 feet wide. So it's 34 by 65, little under 2,200 square feet, I believe, if my memory is correct. And last year, we let this area rest for the year because we had grown heavily in it in previous years. And we only grew in this part. So you can look and see our videos from last year. We had cucumbers here right along the edge, and then we had some zucchini, and we had tomatoes, and then peas and beans, and some melons, some carrots, all that. So we had the rows going this way. The previous year, we had rows running this way, the long ways, and I like that better. I try to rotate where we're putting in the vegetables and the different types of vegetables and everything. I try to rotate where we're planting everything so that everything has a chance to rest, and we're not depleting, we're not just growing tomatoes in the same spot every year and depleting the soil of the nutrition. And also it can cause issues with viruses and bacteria and diseases, that kind of stuff. So I like growing the lengthwise. I really liked how that was a few years ago. So I'm going to do that again this year. And we are going to do on the north side, we are going to do a row. Actually, it'd be 2 rows because it'd be 65 feet long, but we're going to have a walkway halfway down the high tunnel so that it's easier to get around. So we're going to have tomatoes. And we're actually going to have 4 rows of tomatoes. And we are going to, oh, I forgot, we're going to be resting that end of it, so it comes out to less than that. I'll map it out and put the dimensions here. But so we're going to do 4 rows of tomatoes. We're going to do the largest ones, which I believe are Amish paste, will be the back row because then they can grow up higher and access the sun more. And then the shorter ones, which would be Barry's Crazy Cherry, Spoon tomatoes. Nope, Spoon tomatoes are crazy, I believe. Barry's Crazy Cherry, Prairie Fire. There's a couple other small ones I can't remember off the top of my head. Those will be in the front. So we're going to have them staggered by height so that everything can get lots of sun. Charlie, what you doing? Kitty, kitty. Hi. So then the next big vining plant that we're going to have in here that needs to be trellised is our cucumbers. And so we're actually going to put those kind of in the center of the high tunnel, more towards the back of where we are growing. And the reason why I'm doing that is because then they can get lots of sunlight, lots of airflow, and then they are not blocking the sun for any of the other vegetables. Then in kind of that same row, we are doing our pickling cucumbers, our bush variety. So we're going to do those. Up in front of the cucumbers will be, here, let me go move so you can kind of see a little better. Up in front of the cucumbers, so probably about right in here, kind of lining up with the door, is going to be the zucchini. I think that's going to work out really well because those doors let in a lot of airflow, and so it'll keep the air moving in here, help prevent the powdery mildew, that kind of stuff. So we have tomatoes, we have cucumbers, we have zucchini, and then the peppers will go closest to the wall over here, and we're going to pack those in nice and tight because that's what they like. And we are going to do that because then this sidewall here, if it gets windy, we can roll it up easily and it provides protection for them. But also, it will create more of a greenhouse effect for them on those cold days, and so it'll help keep them nice and warm and provide the sunlight that they need. The one thing that we are going to have running the lengthwise is the peas. And that is because that's a cold season crop. We usually can get them until usually the end of July is when they start really going downhill. And so we're just going to kind of create a wall of peas, and then what's behind is going to be areas that's just going to get some rest. So we're going to create a nice wall of peas, and then that way I can get them planted here this spring without having to like cross them and all that kind of stuff. And I will utilize the purlins up there for the trellising for those guys. And somewhere in between the zucchini and the peppers, I'm going to have beans. So I'm going to, they're all bush beans, and I'm going to plant them. I might be able to get 2 rows here, depending on how much space everything else is taking up. I might have to plant some outside. The beans are kind of the wild card. And so the beans will be kind of where I can fit it. And the good thing about beans is I can mix them in kind of in different rows if I need to. So if I have extra space, I can stick the beans somewhere. So those are our high tunnel plans for this next growing season, 2023 growing season. And I'm really excited about it and looking forward to it. I'm ready to grow lots of food and just spend lots of time in here. I didn't get a chance to last year. It's kind of crazy, and so I'm really looking forward to just spending time in here and growing lots of stuff. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.